How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is X Noob Helio here, bringing you guys another one of ranked 1v1. Now, this match is, this one's really a highlight of, hold on, that looks like it's loud. I don't know if it is, but it looks like it is. It's from what my obs is showing me. Now, that looks quiet. I don't really know. Anyways, this is, basically a how to kill economy player game. Uh, uh, now I'm gonna be honest with you. There's no real surefire way to beat somebody who's chosen an economy deck and out econ them if you're not also an economy deck. I'm not also an economy deck, but I have done the best I can to this deck to make it fairly economic. And I'll show you guys what my deck was at the time of this replay later, but yeah. So he's playing the 24th, the American 24th, the reservist division. Tons of cheap ass Bradleys and really effective stuff. He's not using any of the cheap Bradleys right now though, but he is starting to sprinkle the military patrol around. You see, and he has the sniper, fire team laws. Well, there they are. Those are the cheap Bradleys right there, the National Guard ones. So I'm gonna take my little mortar and I'm gonna start laying down smoke and advancing this way because I know that he has probably no CQC infantry over here, just judging by the amount of Bradleys he's got out. And BTRD robot with the BMD2s is enough to scare that M1IP off of, you know, trying to support his infantry right there. I did move back a little bit just to hide from his autocannons a little bit, and then I smoked up over there, and I'm letting this smoke fizzle out so that way I can eliminate these forces. Also on the top side, he made no real attempt to control this area at all, so I'm just gonna advance. F-15 Strike Eagle comes out and bombs God knows what. Now, a really good way to beat people who are playing the 24th. You know, a lot of people bring 2 cards of the F-15 Strike Eagle. So what you do in response to that is you just don't bring anything that's worth using the Strike Eagle on. It's really fucking expensive, and if you just don't give them a return on investment, then you know they're never gonna get to make money from it, and that's a good way to beat it too. So, mortar's starting to lay down consistent fire over here. You see I queued this up like 2 or 3 times by how many layers of circle there is. I'm just gonna keep it going. Dragon tried to get my US. Not gonna happen though, because the Dragon does have pretty bad accuracy. That is the Dragon 1. Metis gets temporarily spotted after shooting. That is a mistake by me, and I think that's the second unit he's killed this entire game at this point, honestly. M1IP is finally moving out of the way over there. I do have 2 Akulas out. I have an Akula AA out here to try to chase down that Apache that's annoying me. But I also have to be very careful of it. It's a delicate dance, if you remember. It's okay that that died, because I was going to sell it anyways. F-15 Eagle AA2 comes in for my Akula. How much is that? 285 to kill my, well, it traded. I think I ended up going positive over that trade because he lost it, but it still hurts to lose my Akula, and that's for sure. So I can't allow this to go any further. And this is how I made my deck more economically viable. Even though it's still not like a reasonably priced unit at all. It's 40 points for seven men. I have them coming in. This helicopter, it will sell. I choose this one over the Mi-2T because the Mi-2T is slow and it doesn't have a lot of health. But yeah, 40 points for 7 men when he gets those MP patrol squads, which are 5 men for 15 points. You know, it's just kind of unfair, to be honest. Strike Eagle does hit a T-64. Misses that time because he couldn't get the angle off. Mortar is back to causing havoc on that M1IP. He's starting to call out his National Guards, Abrams. Now, you see the front line's been very stagnant here. There hasn't been much movement on the field for either of us, but he hasn't been reinforcing anything in particular because his F-15s are so damn expensive, you know? It's just been like 2 minutes of buying nothing but M1IPs at this. I mean, not M1IPs, but F-15s at this point, and you can see on the front line that it's really starting to hurt him. M2A1 Bradley murders my BTRD robot. Very sad. It's okay. I'm starting to make a motion over here on the right side because he did retreat his M1IP out of there, and he's not been reinforcing anything on the ground. 2 more MI8s coming out. Now, I did this because I was streaming and one of my friends was like, hey man, send something to his back, send something to his back. And I was like, alright, fuck it, I'll do it. Why not? So, yeah, I try to do that. He brings out his National Guard discounted mortar. I mean, not mortar, but howitzer, discounted howitzer. He has nothing on the left anymore because he sent up all his military patrol to scout instead of using actual scouts. Both helos get stunned and damaged off that one chaparral shot, and they both go down. And my friend was like, damn, I didn't think that would happen. And I was just like, bro, shut up. Shut up. 2 MiG-29s come out from the flank. I was in preparation, waiting for that strike eagle to come down because these people who play 24th, they just want to hammer you over and over and over with the strike eagle. They're like, you can't kill it. You can't kill it, especially if you're VDV. If you're the VDV, people just want to... They just want to fuck you from the sky, dude. It's so annoying. But that's okay. Because I was prepared for it. If you're playing the VDV, definitely don't send your MiGs piecemeal. Wait for at least 2 of them before you send them out. They're not very survivable alone. Now, my Desaniki over here have been spotted, but so has his Abrams and his Bradley. I lost one of my Desaniki for an Abrams. That's a fair trade. I did lose this T-64 over here. That's sad, but it's okay. And you notice I'm trying my very, very, very best to keep everything resupplied as much as possible, except for the Sigla for some reason. And I'm just applying constant pressure across this whole front. And here we go. Here's the real econ player play. Just control left clicking on military patrol. F-15 Strike Eagle comes out. Hits Desaniki dish. Like a 280 point unit used to kill a 40 point unit. Very worthwhile. Like I said, if you just saturate the area of cheap units, then they're not going to have anything worthwhile to strike. More Desaniki dish coming out. It's the most economic unit in my division. Once again, 40 points for 7 men when he gets 15 points for 5 men. Totally fair. Like, there's not even an airborne tax on this unit, because this unit's not even airborne. It doesn't even get forward deployment. So why does it cost so much? Is it because of the assault trait? The assault trait's worth about like 20 or 15 points by itself? I don't think so, personally. Now his discount howitzer that he bought like 5 minutes ago is finally starting to shoot. Finally. I'm just moving away from stuff, and I'm keeping my mortars constantly firing, you know. Because once again, this is just free damage with the mortars if you never counter batteries, which most people do not even try to counter battery, because counter battery, sometimes it just doesn't exist. Now I am using smoke, and you can see here that I control left clicked on my Desaniki BMD for 2 ticks in a row. I'm waiting for my second wave of BMDs to catch up to the first before I send them into the smoke. Now this is going to be the classic smoke push finishing move, right in time for him to control left click on his National Guard Bradleys, which by the way are cheap as shit. How much are they? So this is 80 points. 80 points for Bradley. 80 point Bradley. With once again a $25 6-man squad when I get a 7-man squad for $40. Very nice. So, yep, smoke push has started, and at first I'm encountering stiff resistance here. Gonna drop off my second wave, thankfully, and then I'm gonna have my autocannons here ready to fire as soon as the smoke disappears. Smoke disappears. Akula, Mi-24V, autocannons, all that doing well. I do decide to suicide my MiGs to his Apache because I know he only gets 2 Apaches, and I get like 6 MiGs because VDV, hoorah. And I did notice during that fight he moved his MIP commander over here to try to reinforce, I guess, and so I just moved my stuff in here. And these discount units are not the greatest by themselves or piecemeal. He really should have had them all together. Now I'm going for his command over here. At the same time, he is bringing his National Guard Bradleys in here. They're not upvetted by a commander being nearby, which is truly detrimental, and they're also getting their asses tore up by this Akula's main gun, which is very effective. And like just cresting the hill is never a good move. It's never a good move to crest the hill whenever your opponent's in control of this area, just because as soon as you crest the hill, you're gonna be spotted. You're not in cover. You're just gonna get lit the fuck up. And well, he really never tried to secure any dominant positions throughout the game. He kind of just sat there and was hoping that the F-15s were just gonna pile up good trades for him, but they didn't. I have 2 MiGs flying around in the back, and no, what are you gonna do now? You're not gonna do anything. The game's over now. Promise you. See what he bought. He's buying a CD. I think both of his Strike Eagles are dead. So, oh, now he's control left clicking on the Bradleys that aren't so cheap. Not gonna save you. National Guard Abrams not gonna save you. And yet, that was the game. So, he has beaten me before, this player, and he is a pretty good player. And his name truly gives away that he knows exactly what he's doing with this division too. So, like in terms of trying to econ you to death, but this time he just overinvested in air without securing any dominant positions, and he paid for it. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll pull up my VDV deck now. This one is Hatred. Hatred is my VDV deck. Okay, so I'm gonna move my little picture of myself over here right now. Anyways, so yeah, 2 crates of MI8 Desaniki Dish because it's the most cost-effective infantry unit you get, or the cheapest infantry unit you get, I guess. Well, technically it's not, but it's the most cost-efficient one because you get Descent Superior, which I do have, but that's a 5-man squad for 35 points, and I really only use this for a certain strategy or two, but I have to use these very tactically because they're very fragile squads, and they are pretty expensive for what they are. This one's 40 for 7. This one's 45 for 6. Yeah, it's just really easy to get fucked over by economy decks when you're playing this deck, so you have to be careful. But yeah, I have a bunch of MiG-29s in here, LGB Bomber, SU-25. LGB I use very, very sparingly. Same thing with the SU-25. This is basically just for late game shenanigans if the game goes on that long. And tons of mortars. Basilics are pretty good. I didn't use them this time, but maybe I'll show you guys them in another one. But yeah, that was this game. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and tell me what your favorite economy spam division or unit is. And thanks for watching. Bye.